Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Antique and Garden Showcase. I realize it's been quite a while, and some of you probably thought, well, he's not coming back to YouTube, and it's all over. Well, no, that was never the idea. Um, let's just say a few life things happened along the way. I wanted a really good Christmas for the family, so I decided to take a little time off there, and then after that, it was kind of weather situation, work situation, weather situation, work situation. It was a repeating battle there for quite a while. And where we left off, I had put the garden urn orbs together, and it was the wrong color. Well, in the meantime, I managed to get that fixed. I got brand new lights and fixed the orb, and I added two more to the front. So I'll show you a picture of kind of what that looks like what it looked like in the snow in January. And then some other things happened. I went to do an antiquing road trip, and I went on the road trip, and I had everything set up. I took all this wonderful video, and come to find out when I got home, no audio was working the whole entire day. There was some update to the phone, and the audio just went completely out. So, a lot of you all knew that I had some health issues last year too, that I was doing physical therapy. And with that, I decided to do a new fitness program, new exercise program. First, that started, it was a 21-day program. So I started that, got through that part, and working on some other things too. So I've been, and also, oh, here's a biggie. The Antique and Garden Showcase office where I first started videoing has had a complete redo. So I'll give you a tour. That's what we'll do in this video. I'll give you a tour of the Antique and Garden Showcase new office. You'll love it. Um, so anyway, going forth, the plan is to not have a scheduled day. I might have something on a Saturday. I might not have something on a Saturday. I might skip a week. I want to do more of an appraiser's notebook and a garden journal type format. That way, when I have some good educational information for the notebook or the journal, I can post that. You'll have some good news sources of information on here. I've been looking and watching. I know the channel has grown, even in the downtime, and that's amazing. Thank you all. Welcome new subscribers. Thank you, returning people, for watching the existing videos that are here. Yeah, the channel's growing leaps and bounds, and that's amazing. And I noticed the videos that you like the best are the ones where there's some learning factor in there, and that's going to be the focus. I think that's a very reasonable request, because a lot of YouTube channels are education based. What can I learn? What are you doing that I might like to do? Good ideas, things like that. All right, so before we go take a look at the office, a couple more things for this season. I am out here right now, and there's the formal bed. The orb's still there. The orbs are going to leave. I'm going to take them out for the summertime. Of course, I'll probably miss them because they're really a nice source of light at night out here. But I'm going to take those out. I'm also going to be removing all the daylilies from the retaining wall down through here, and this is just going to be like a carpet of supertunias in mixed colors this year. Super simple, super easy. In the past, I've done things like that. In fact, I may show you a few things that I've done in the past. I may put some clips up here on the screen of the wall before it had daylilies, and I used to do these really neat plantings of petunias and mixed geraniums and things down through there. And something about that, I just like it better. I thought I would love these daylilies here, and they've been okay. But what I'm going to do is I'm taking them to the corner down here, the hillside garden. It's going to become the new daylily bed down there. So I'm going to take all the varieties out. I'm going to thin those down, and I'm going to put them in the corner where they still get full sun. They can still be enjoyed from the driveway, but it frees up the space here in front of the house to give me a neat planting area. And speaking of the house and other weird things that have gone on in the time that I've been gone, uh, if you all have watched the weather, you know that it's been insane. And some of you have probably experienced more insane weather than what we've had. But we had 70-mile-per-hour winds here just a few days ago, and it took out a section of the roof on the right-hand side of the house. Thankfully, we had an emergency roofer to come in before it rained, and we got that secured. I noticed another house down the street had the same issue, and several others around. So we're waiting on that. That's going to be a major repair here coming up because they're going to have to replace the whole entire roof. We noticed that there was a lot of brittle areas and a lot of other things going on. So, yeah, we're going to get a total roof replacement here in the next few weeks at some point. So, anyway, let's go take a look at that office. I want you to see that. The neat thing about it is that when you go in the door, there's a showcase right there now, and it's got some of my picks, things that I've picked while I've been working at auction. Um, a lot of variety of art glass and different stuff like that. So here we go. And so this, my friends, is the new office space. New color on the wall. It's a chestnut paint Valspar that I had used in another location a few years ago, and I really liked it. I liked it with the furniture. I liked the warmth, but also the reflective color as well with the furniture. So, but the first thing when you walk in the room, you see the showcase that I renovated, the one that I did the complete restoration for last year. And, you know, at one point I think I did a video where I put the oak base in there. So I've got it in here. I got the glass shelves. I've got an LED lighting strip around the top, and it's filled with lots of neat finds, different things that you can see, paperweights, bluebirds of happiness, gobles, Tiffin, Fenton, Van Briggle potteries over here, lots of different makers, Murano fish with the original label on it still, some Lotes pieces, crackle glass, old Victorian cranberry, Fenton, an unusual Fenton opalescent cranberry, tortoise shell glass, Northwood bowl, imperial glass basket, and a Steuben. This is a marshmallow and pink bowl. It's marshmallow. You can't see the foot, but the foot on it is white, and it goes white to darker pink, which is kind of unusual. In the back there is a Tiffany and Company candlestick. It's really almost like a ghost sitting in there. It's so clear. But yeah, this is the case, and what I wanted it for was to showcase art glass and some of those great little finds that I find when I'm out and about. So if we go around this way, I have a new piece in here, a new to me piece. This is an late 1800s Victorian credenza. It was gifted to me by my aunt for the office, and I love it. Really pretty piece. And I filled the top of it with little boxes that I collect. Some of these are inlaid boxes, some of them are puzzle boxes. This is a puzzle box, this is a puzzle box, this is like a little slider box, and another Italian jewelry box. The lamp is also Steuben art glass shades on a base that I found at an antique shop. So the office, if you remember in earlier videos, the bookcases used to be on this side. So everything got rotated. I had to rearrange the room to make best use simply because of where the electrical plugs were located. There were no electrical outlets on this wall when this house was built. And don't know why, but it made it difficult in placing computers and things. So that's why I moved the computer desk and everything over to this side. And this area back here basically stayed the same. So it was a lot of rearranging, a lot of cleaning, a lot of moving, and yeah, hopefully we'll see some more good things come out of the new Antique and Garden Showcase office. On the gardening side of things, I did manage to finally get by my local greenhouse that I go to every year, Warren Farm Greenhouse here in Richmond, Kentucky, and I had not been by. They opened 3 weeks ago, and I hadn't had a chance to get by there, but I stopped the other day as I was passing through, and I managed to get The Super Tunia Mini Vista, the yellows. Those are going to go in the formal garden out front. And then I got these for the wall this year. I got Super Tunia Tierra Blues. I've never tried either of these, so it's going to be kind of neat this year to see. Now, I have used this particular lantana that's going on the wall too in the center. That's the Luscious Berry blend. But I thought that and the blue, the pink and the blue might go together well. I'm hoping that's going to look good, but those were the selections they had, and I wanted to get there early and get them under my grow lights. That way, they're still not quite ready to go out, but I may get them at least planted in the planter boxes, the blues here and the lantanas. That way they can have a little bit of an early chance of getting started out there. I've started a little bit with my own caladiums, the Tickle Me Pinks. I've got a few started here, and I've got some tomatoes plants started by seed, and these are my now 2-year-old geraniums, hoping they will thrive this year. They've managed to last here all winter long, so I'm going to put these out this year. They didn't get around to it last year, but they've actually bloomed some while sitting in here all winter. So anyway, we'll give those a whirl this year. Well, it took me a few days to put this together, and I'm so grateful that you have returned back to Antique and Garden Showcase. Thank you for coming back and watching this video. I hope it makes some sense. It's kind of a montage put together over, like I said, a few days. But coming up, we're going to be doing more of the Gardener's Journal and the Appraiser's Notebook. So more of the learning type things are headed your way, and working on some of those things now. So thanks again for coming back. We look forward to seeing you soon at Antique and Garden Showcase. Bye.